Hello everyone, I'm Josh DeWitt at Brookstone Kennels, and I'd like to personally welcome you to our 2019 video series. Before I share a few of the highlights of what you can expect in this year's videos, first let me say a big thank you to each and every one of you for the success we had with our 2018 series. The viewership we received from those videos was more than we could have ever expected, and we genuinely appreciate everyone's time to watch. We've made a lot of friends, literally from around the globe, from the UK to Italy, even all the way to New Zealand. Hi, Lynn. We never imagined we'd find any interest in any of these places, so thank you to all you great people for your interest. To all of our friends, fans, old fans, new fans, clients, all of you that support what we do here at home, thank you so much. Your encouragement for what we do means the world to us. And lastly, none of this is possible without a fantastic team around us. Our team here at the Kennels, Sue-Ann, Logan, and Abby, thank you for your hard work. And our extended team at Fouled Reality, Blake and Ryan, thank you for all you do to put quality video and content out there on all things waterfowl. We appreciate you guys. We hope you enjoy the 2019 video series, and we wish everyone happy training and a great waterfowl season to come. The 2018 hunt season for us was definitely a season of both ends of the spectrum. On one end, we had poor to mediocre waterfowl season in southeast Missouri. There were pockets of days where we had some great success, but for the majority of it, we had to work really hard to scratch out just a few birds, and those were full day hunts. On the other end though, we got into some absolutely fantastic shoots in our travels to Texas and Kansas, and we were really excited that you'll get to see some of the action from those hunts this year. The dogs and I were introduced to some incredible new experiences this last season, from hunting in peanut and cut milo fields to hunting laid out in the wide open with absolutely no blind cover on the shooters or the dogs. That was a brand new experience for us, and I gotta say, we absolutely loved it. But probably the most memorable hunt I'll ever experience for the first time was definitely sandhill crane hunting down in Texas. A huge thumbs up to Brent at Premier Sandhills and the crew at Central Kansas Outfitters for giving me and our dogs memories that are going to last for a long time. We appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Now that we've experienced a few of these new hunting methods and hunting situations, and I say new for me personally, these are things that we've never got to experience or anything that we've got to do. But we thought it would be a good idea to show you guys at home how we'll train for these setups in some of the new episodes that are coming out this year. So stay tuned for those, and we hope you'll find some helpful information that gets you and your dog set up for success. You know, we try our very best each year to note our successes and our failures with the dogs out in these hunting situations. It's the best gauge any of us have to understand just what level our dogs truly are at. As I've mentioned before, we train and do the best we can to create what our dogs will see come hunt season, but there's absolutely no artificial way to 100% create everything our dogs will see and have to deal with on a live hunt. And I'll share both some successes and failures that we ran into this past season. Some of the successes we had, and I'll start with the biggest one, was all 4 of our dogs that traveled with us down to Texas. And this included 2 of our young dogs, Patty and Quinn, on their very first live hunts. They all 4 successfully picked sandhill cranes, which for me was a big deal. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are crane hunters. You've been doing it a long time, and you've got fantastic dogs that can pick these big birds. But for us on the east side of Missouri, it was brand new. It's something that we never dreamed we would have done. And I couldn't have been happier with how it worked out with the dogs. Another success we had were the retrieves of all sizes of birds and distances that we encountered last season. Everything from straightforward marks to blinds to pick and wounded birds at distances from 25 out to 400 yards. We experienced all of it, and the dogs had a great year. To the best of my recollection, we were successful in every retrieve we ran last season, and I can't always say that. Most of the time we run into situations that we're not prepared for, or it's something that's just totally out of the blue that we haven't trained for, and to be quite honest, we fail at it. But the important thing is to learn from that failure, go back in the off season, remember it, and try to set yourself and your dog up to figure that out and be successful next time something similar to that comes up. So those were some of the successes that we had last year. As for failures, well, we all have them, don't we? And we had our fair share of them this past year. We had some breaking problems, and we didn't have breaking problems with the young dogs like you might think. These were breaking problems with our older finished dogs. And we're going to talk about in the episodes to come what those issues were that led up to these finished dogs having a breaking problem. Breaking in particular, I'm very picky about this because not only is breaking a major safety concern, not only for your dog and the shooters, but it's just plain bad form. If you've got a fully trained gun dog, they should not break. So this is a major issue for me that I'm gonna have to go back and work really hard on this off season, and we will. Another failure we experienced was with our handling out of different blind setups. So we hunted out of an A-frame in Kansas this year. This was the first time I or the dogs had been in an A-frame, and we struggled with it. In particular, I had one of our older dogs, Drew, out, and we really struggled with that. And also out of a traditional blind, we had some issues with some finished dogs just working out of a traditional duck blind. And the reason I've gone back and I've thought about this, the reason is because I was handling the dogs from here up. They could only see me from the shoulders up. And we didn't train for that last year, and that became an issue for the dogs. So that's one failure we had that I've made note of, and we'll go back and we'll work on it this off season and try to get it fixed. For our new videos this year, we're excited to share a broad range with you that will cover specific training topics and on into some of the live hunts we did this past season. We hope you find the videos helpful and maybe pick up a few tips that will assist you and your dog to be as successful as you possibly can this coming season. From all of us here at Brookstone Kennels and our extended team, thank you very much for watching, and happy training.